हेलो हाय सत श्री अकाल, मैं हूँ बानी
And मैं हाँ मनप्रीत
एंड वेलकम टू आवर चैनल द विंकू जोड़ी।
and in this video so we want to thank everyone because we reached more than 1000 subscribers. So at the time of this video we are at 1100 subscribers. So everyone who shared the video, everyone who liked the video and commented on it, much thanks.
ਤੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੀ ਲਾਈਕ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ, ਨਹੀਂ ਵੀ ਅੱਛੀ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਇਨ ਐਡਵਾਂਸ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਅਲਟੀਮੇਟਲੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੀ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਨੂੰ ਪਸੰਦ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਸੰਦ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ, ਇਸੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹੀ।
ਆਪਾਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਮੋਸਟ ਰਿਕੁਐਸਟਡ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਲਈ। ਸੇ ਇਹ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਦਾ ਟੌਪਿਕ ਹੈ ਹਾਊ ਟੂ ਗੈਟ co-op and a full-time job in Canada. We will try to cover this video as much as possible in English. So what is co-op? So co-op is a part of university program where the university allows you to go into the industry, take part as a full-time job, and for a desired amount of time you have the opportunity to be a full-time employee of a company.
So let me explain my scenario. I started applying for co-ops after or during, I would say, my third semester, and there are a lot of jobs for the co-op which comes on like LinkedIn or on our university portal, you can say. So we need to submit our resume with all the qualifications, all the you can say all the courses we have pursued in the university or in the past, or whatever experience we are having in the industry. Suppose you have some industrial experience in India, so you can mention that in your resume. Or suppose you are a fresher, so you can straight away mention that okay, I am having no prior experience, but I have experience related to this qualification. So it depends on companies, on different industries, that what they are looking for in a qualified candidate. Let's discuss some brief points about co-op. So first of all, university allowances. Not all universities or colleges allow their candidate, their individual students, to pursue a co-op. It depends on university to university or colleges whether they have the co-op program included in their curriculum or not.
And also see, co-op is actually an internship. It's similar to the internship that we do in India. So what we do is after some particular study or during our summer break, we go to companies and say, okay, can we do for 2 months? Can we be your intern for 2 months? That's similar to that thing is called co-op in Canada, right? So for the co-op, now since you are student, you cannot directly go on a co-op. You have to apply for co-op work permit 2 months. That's similar to that thing is called co-op in Canada, right? So for the co-op, now since you are student, you cannot directly go on a co-op. You have to apply for co-op work permit. It's a different kind of work permit which can be granted to you by the Canadian government to go for a co-op, but for that you have a university letter which says that this program allows co-op, and you have to go on the co-op with that particular co-op work permit. So you take a letter from the university saying that you meet all the criteria and that you are a part of a program which has the co-op, and then you apply for a co-op work permit on a CIC website. They give you the co-op work permit until the end of your degree, and then you can apply for co-op jobs.
So here, do not confuse between the co-op work permit and the open work permit. Open work permit is totally separate from the co-op work permit. Co-op work permit is only intended to use for co-op jobs, that is the university program. And open work permit is applied after you finish your degree, after you finish your studies. Then you apply for your work permit and you can continue your job anywhere in Canada, anywhere like wherever you want to get your job.
So one thing I would like to mention, it's a different kind of work permit which can be granted to you by the Canadian government to go for a co-op, but for that you have a university letter which says that this program allows co-op, and you have to go on the co-op with that particular co-op work permit. So you take a letter from the university saying that you meet all the criteria and that you are a part of a program which has the co-op, and then you apply for a co-op work permit on a CIC website. They give you the co-op work permit until the end of your degree, and then you can apply for co-op jobs.
So here, do not confuse between the co-op work permit and the open work permit. Open work permit is totally separate from the co-op work permit. Co-op work permit is only intended to use for co-op jobs, that is the university program. An open work permit is applied after you finish your degree, after you finish your studies. Then you apply for your work permit and you can continue your job anywhere in Canada, anywhere like wherever you want to get your job.
So one thing I would like to mention, so you came to Canada this year and you came to know that university also allows you to go on a co-op. So very first thing is get a letter from the university mentioning that you are eligible for a co-op even if you are in the first semester. Then go to the CIC website and apply for a co-op work permit. Now why it is necessary? So if you have a co-op work permit by the end of your first term or your second term, then you can go on a co-op in any of the further terms. You are not restricted, because there were some of the students in our university who wanted to go on a co-op on the fourth term, but they came to know about co-op in the end of third term and they were not eligible because they were not having co-op work permits. So it took them around 4 to 5 months to get the work permit. So they had to take the extra term in the university. And so I give you a tip. If you came this year as a student, check out with your university if they allow co-op, get a co-op work permit, and then make your mind that how you want to do it. So for my case, what I did, in the first 3 terms I completed all my courses, and then in the 4th terms onward I went to a co-op with SAP Canada. And for Bani,
I took all the 4 terms studying my courses, and after my 4th term got completed, during my 5th term I was pursuing the co-op in SAP Canada.
and then Bani, tell them that why it is necessary to have a co-op during the end of the term.
So the answer to this question is also very important. Getting a co-op during the end of a term is actually, I would say, a very good point. Why? Because you have completed all your courses in your university. You are done with everything. You are doing a co-op. So if your manager really likes you or likes your work, if your team is very happy with you, you can ask them if they have any openings in their team or something. You can apply to that and you can directly get a full-time job in that company.
So in this case, what Bani means is, so you don't have to go back to the school to complete the courses, because this is something also is the second tip that I'll give you. What I have seen with my friends, so I was in SAP Canada and there was one same intern with us who was also from some other university. So he had to go back to the university to complete 2 courses. So he could not apply for a full-time job directly after the internship. Whereas because I already completed my all courses in the first 3 terms, I could go back to I could go back to my manager and say that I need a full-time job, and I do not need to go back to my school to complete the courses, and therefore I can graduate right then and there and can apply for full-time jobs as well. So this is how it helps you to fetch a full-time job through your links, through your networks which are already created at your internships, at your co-ops, and can fetch you a full-time job. So if you are a student who is still in India and want to get into a university in Canada, please make sure that you read through the university website and see if they allow co-op in their particular courses or not. Many people are very frustrated when they come to know that their university, they do not allow co-op, and what they do is they come here and switch the universities. Now that can be a big hustle if you are into co-ops, and it's not something like if the university doesn't allow the co-op, then you are not able to get the industry experience. Nothing like that. So what you can do is you can finish your education, then apply for internships into different companies, and if those companies they like your resume, then you stand to get a chance with it. The companies, they have tie up with the universities saying that we will take your students every semester and we'll get them the industry experience they need. Start building connections through LinkedIn from various other co-op who are already working in the company. Ask them what kind of job they do, how the interview went, and what kind of questions were asked in the interview, if they could tell you about that. Why we want to make this video? Because you will be glad to know that we went to University of Victoria together, we went to SAP Canada co-op together, and now we are doing our full-time job at Fortinet together.
And now we are sitting together.
And now we are sitting together to make this video. So what we think, we can guide you how. Now this cannot be a luck, right? You cannot be at the same company twice. It can be a luck one time where you got also selected in the same company, but if we both are currently working in the same company and was there as a co-op in the same company, there are some tips and tricks that we know that can help you fetch a job in your desired company.
So once you get your co-op work permit, start looking for the companies who are offering you co-op jobs. Not every company, not every university is open to co-ops. So you have to do a dedicated research that which university, which college has the co-op program, which company offers the co-op jobs.
Because what happens is there are some of the universities which have their own co-op portal. What university does is they bring back the companies on the portal and you can apply from the university portal. And because not all universities have their co-op portals where you can apply for jobs, what they give you the information is that you can apply for the co-op from your own. So that way you have to go through each company website and see if they hire interns or co-ops or not. If they do, then apply to those positions with your resume, updated resume, and see if you like the job description and the job posting and start preparing for it.
So now let's discuss how to prepare for the co-op job. So there are different postings from different companies. Every company has different requirements. So I'm talking particularly about engineering because I belong to that domain. So every company has different requirements and every requirement is actually mentioned in their job posting, that what actually they are looking for in a perfect candidate that they want to recruit. So go through each and every detail in that job posting and then you'll get to know how to prepare and what to prepare.
So one more thing, once you are going through the job description, make sure your job description matches your resume, because this is how your resume will be picked, seeing that this particular job is required these many skills and all these skills are actually listed in your resume. So your job description and your resume should actually match with each other. It's not like for a data mining job you are applying with a Java developer resume, something like that. So each of these things are actually matching is very first thing that HR looks into it.
Try to make your resume short and crisp so that it can highlight your current qualifications.
And one more thing that I would like to mention here. So before you apply for a job, go on LinkedIn and see if there are any other interns in the same company that you can connect to and make a connection there. If they are able to tell you what is the job about, what they do on day-to-day basis, how it will help you is because you will come to know about what they do in the company, and in the interview you could mention about the roles that you have already done in your company or maybe in your university, at your university, or maybe prior to this, how that can be helpful in this particular job.
So now let's move on to our next topic, how to get a full-time job.
So the full-time job can be applied after a co-op as well, once you are done with your co-op, and also if you recently landed from India with experience already and you entered Canada with the PR, so now if you will be looking for a full-time job as well. So how do you start about it? What do you do is, well, the very first step, because you are new into this country and you do not have any experience with the prior companies in Canada, start building your network.
How you can start this is start making connections on LinkedIn. Start applying for the jobs which you think that you are best suited into. Start asking for referrals from the current employees who are working in that company.
On LinkedIn, I daily get around 20 to 25 plus connection requests. So they ask me for a referral in Fortinet. What I do is I go through their resume, I see if they are actually suitable for that particular job, and then I even give them a referral from my side for the company. So what you do is you start building connections on LinkedIn, connect with different people, and ask for their help, mentioning that the particular job is open in their company and you have the previous experience, and it will be highly helpful of them if they could refer in their company with your resume. Now going through a referral actually increases your chances to get into the job more than 50%, because once you have a referral from within company, the HR takes it much more serious, and then they fetches your resume and you could land an interview within 1 week. So this particular thing is not very easy if you do not have a referral, because you could apply 50 job postings and you could just get one interview out of it in next 3 to 4 months.
So this is not something guaranteed, but it is just which increases the probability.
Yes, exactly. The number one tip in getting a full-time job, I would say, is get to know what industry that you want to go in, what companies are there in your nearby areas, and what's your location preferences. If you do not have any location preferences, you could apply all over Canada, right? So what you do is start looking for companies, start looking for jobs within those companies, get connection requests on LinkedIn and start talking to employees who are in those companies. Send different connection requests to people working in those companies and talk to them, see how they can help you. If they can refer you, that would be really helpful for you as well. Once they refer you, start preparing for the job interview.
Now again, here comes the same thing. Start preparing for the job according to the job description the company has mentioned. Everything will be mentioned in the job posting, that what they are looking for, what their minimum requirements are, what are qualifications they are looking for in a perfect candidate. So start preparing for that job accordingly.
And also, if you would like us to tell you how to prepare for a job interview, you can drop a comment below and maybe we can make a next video on how to prepare for a job interview. Now, once you have got the job interview, go very confidently. It's not like you have to answer all the questions and you must know all the questions. It's how confident you are and how ready you are to be a part of the company. Even if you don't know anything, just mention that this is something that I do not know, but I'm a kind of person who proactively will look for that particular information, who is expected out of you, and will work through it selflessly. You will get yourself educated and then start working on the same project.
So nowadays, the current trend is the applicants don't give their resume in a soft copy or in a hard copy to the HR. What they do is they build their own website having the resume and they send the link of their own website.
So this is something which is not very mandatory, but what I have seen and what I have experienced through myself and what I have helped Sukhbani with it as well. So what we both have seen is, so when you hand over, because of the COVID, most of the job interviews are online, right? So even when you share your resume, what people do is generally who even send me the resume on the LinkedIn, what they do is they send me PDF copy of it. So what I did during my co-op and my full-time interview process, I had my website called www.manpreetgarcha.com. You can check it out. In that particular website, I have mentioned everything about myself, my projects, my interest, what I like to do, and also a section where it called resume. So what I did, I embedded my PDF resume in the website. So whoever asked me about my resume, I used to give that website link. Now how that helps is, so when you share your website with people, it gives you a chance, a very quick chance to fetch their attention and get to know you well, and also go through what the stuff you like, and if they like it, they will forward the resume to the company, and also much more create an effect of you on their mind, right? So with the resume, you are not able to do it exactly. So this is my another tip that I would like to give. Get yourself a website or a mobile app or anything which is something different from others, because if you want to stand out from the 1,000 people or 1,000 applicants who are applying for the job, you have to stand out through different means, right? This also connects with various software developers and software engineering jobs, because you are a software engineer and you know how to build a website and an application, and the very first thing that you try to show it through is your own app and your own website. So it's the cherry on top of a cake. A great tip, I would say, and this is something that has worked for me and for Sukhbani as well. So I have my own company where I build websites for you. I can build it at a very cheap price for you if you want. So our company, Choirsoft, you will have a link down below. You can get a code from us, and it's very cheap as compared to any other website designers in Canada or maybe in India as well. So try to get a code from us. We'll give it at 50% off to anyone who is watching this video. So if you are anyone who is looking for a website or a mobile app, I'm dropping my company's link. It's called choirsoft.com. So it's my company and I build websites and mobile apps for you, and I guarantee that it's the minimum price you will be getting in Canada or in India. So especially for our subscriber, we are giving away 50% off in the very first time, and I'm very sure that you will reach out to us for this amazing work, and I can again guide you. We'll have a personal conversation over the phone if you have any questions regarding the job interviews. If you have any questions regarding the job application, you are very welcome to come and talk to me regarding that as well. So this was regarding our how to get a full-time job. We hope that we have given you a very short video on how to get it, how to apply it, what are the things that you need to keep in mind for a full-time job and as well as a co-op.
I hope you like this video and all the content we shared with you. So we'll meet next time, next week on the same channel, The Vancouver Jodi.
And please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, because there are few giveaways that we are doing next week for websites and mobile app. You could get a free website, a free mobile app if you subscribe to this channel and if you like and comment on this video. There is one more request that I would like to make. Please subscribe to the Paramveer Films channel, because he is the person who edits all these videos, and without him these videos would not have been possible and this channel would never have been this successful.